So this is the Honor Play, the latest edition from the Honor. So couple of days back we checked for the Honor 9N. Now in this channel you guys know that whichever phone I do review to you guys, I try to include the durability test also. Now this phone, this is in front of you, it's not yet used. I just unboxed it, haven't posted on this channel. So let's do the durability test in this video. Now as usual we're going to do the same thing as scratching the phone and trying to bend it, and obviously trying to check the waterproof test, because nowadays it is very surprising. The budget phones are having some sort of water resistance. For example, this phone survive up to 40 seconds in the water. So I'm pretty sure this phone also is going to be survive in the water. Then later on we are going to drop our phone from the usual 5 to 6 feet height. Let's see whether this phone breaks or not. Now here's the quick facts you guys should be interested to know about. So I have actually three phones in front of me. This is the Mi A2. Recently I showed you the drop test. This phone is having the Gorilla Glass 5 on it, and this is again these two phones from the Honor. They are not using any sort of Gorilla Glass on it. So Honor is using some copyrighted, patented 12-layer glass technology. But when we drop the Honor 9N, it seems to be very durable. There is not a single scratch at all. But to be surprised to you, here is a phone in front of you. This is the Moto E5 Plus. This one also having the Gorilla Glass. But phone eventually cracked from the just 2 feet height, and it just died completely from the 5 feet height. So you can't say like if the phone is having some sort of glass, it's not going to break, or it's just going to survive. Also you can see that if the phone survived in my channel or in my test, maybe it's not going to survive on other test tubes. So be sure to use some sort of protection. Anyway guys, let's start and see how durable is the Honor Play. This is the phone. Let's do first the scratch test. I'm just going to use some good slicer knife. You can actually cut the chicken pieces, and this is my very sharp unboxing knife. Just basic usual your household things. I'm not going to show you some armor stuff. So that's your phone, completely fresh, it's working, just everything is just set up. Now first let's start with the basic knife. Now this is metal, obviously you can make some good number of scratches here, and it is like that. We just checked on the Mi A2. So let's start some basic scratching thing. So with the usual rubbing thing, you can get some minor scratches, but those scratches can easily be peeled off, so there's no problem at all. But once you start using on the opposite way, like let me just you can actually write your complete name. This is Honor Play. So this way you can actually write the complete name. I'm just showing you. So that means this is metal, so there should not be any problem. Top side is again metal, so no problem with that. This is the antenna band, which is plastic. Definitely you can see the pieces are coming out here, so this is your plastic. And buttons are made of plastic. You can see I am able to cut it perfectly. So this is made of the plastic compared to the Mi A2, which we have seen, like this is a complete the metal button. So there's some kind of cost cutting they have done here. Again, company does those things. And the bottom you have the same chassis like you see on the top. This is completely metal, but the antenna band is completely plastic. So let's try out the camera lens. How about that? So this should be under the same glass like the front is using by the Huawei. It's being used by the Huawei, the 12-layer glass protection. So there is no scratches at all. It is perfectly fine. So camera is fine. Camera lens is okay. Now let's move to the screen side. This is your earpiece, which should be made out of the metal. So it is made out of the metal earpiece. It should be okay for longer duration. And this flashlight, selfie flashlight, and the camera lens is inside this glass. Now let's use this slicer knife, see whether we can make some dent on that knot. Actually I need to be very careful in handling this knife. This Honor branding is inside the glass, it's not going to come out. And now you can see I can't make any scratches. The screen, it is perfectly fine. If I just clean it, so it's perfectly fine. There's no single scratches at all on the screen side. Let's use this unboxing knife. There's no scratches at all. Either side you can use just, I guess, one smallest scratch I have. That should be okay. I mean, anyways, you're going to use some sort of protection on the screen. So I'm filming this part just after finishing all the video. Actually, I forgot to show you guys the fingerprint scanner test. If we scratch it, what will happen? So here we have the Honor 9N. The fingerprint sensor was perfectly working even after scratching heavily. Even all the phones which I did have shown you earlier, all the phones, they have the fingerprint scanner working pretty much great. So let's see how about the Honor Play. Right now it is perfectly working. It unlocks from the both the finger fine, and here just going to scratch it first in this direction. So let's see if it works or not. So still it is working great. Now let's make some different design. Just going to scratch it in this way. Now it is the worst case damage that you can do on your fingerprint scanner. Let's see. Yeah, works super great. So you know, you should be scratching your friend's fingerprint sensor just to see in case it works or not. So working super great. Now this is the bend test time. Scratch wise it is okay, there's no problem on either side, both on the camera lens and on the screen. It's good. Now let's try to bend this device and see how durable it is. First I'm just going to bend from the facing the screen side. Should be very durable. Here we go. 3 2 1. So since this is metal phone, it should be very solid, because I know that metal phones are nowadays, they are using aluminum 6000 series, so it is very tough. Same we have seen for the Mi A2. So it seems to be more durable what we have seen with the Mi A2. Actually, I'm able to see flex on that, but here, you know, I'm getting pain on my thumbs, but still it is very solid. Let's try to bend that way. Unable to bend it. This is the, I guess, the maximum you can apply in your pocket, but seems to be very durable. So there is no flex at all. As you can see, it is completely safe. There's no bend at all on the phone. It's perfectly fine. So let's try one more time again. So yeah, there's a minimal flex there with the here, but yep, the screen just came out here, you can see, but I guess you can easily pop it back in. Should be no problem with that. So that's fine. So we have done the scratch test, we have done the bend test. Now it is time to check the waterproofing of the phone, and I have this, my jug of water. It is completely filled with that, and I'm just going to put my phone in this, and I'm just going to fill it with the water. Let's see how long the phone is going to survive. So I'm just going to use the timer here. Just going to start the clock. Yeah, I need to just search the clock. It is just so complex to write. So this is the clock. All right, let's take that thing out. This is the stopwatch, and I'm just going to put my phone here. I guess I can place it. Yeah, I can place it in this way, and I'm just going to start the timer first. So here we go. Okay, just reset it again. So 3 2 1. So we'll take up to the 35 to 40 second, because you know there's no official any sort of water certification. Let's see the phone survives the 35 seconds or not. So already I can see there are a lot of bubbles coming from the screen side, because you know we have seen that this one, the screen got slightly flexed. So we are going to make 30-second pass. Let's wait up to 35 seconds. So 3 2 1. Here we go. 38 seconds of proper dipping inside the water. Let's see about that. Clean the extra water first. So I can see there's so many water actually coming out from the inside of the phone. First verify the fingerprint sensor whether it is working or not. So fingerprint sensor is working, is good. Yep. Now let's record a clip for a minute, and I'm just going to play it. This is the dummy clip I just recorded, just to verify the audio is coming properly or not. So audio is coming fine, and there's no problem. Let's see about the camera, whether we can take any photo with that or not. So this is the photo. Yep, we can take photos also. Let's try about the selfie stuff, whether we can take selfie shot or not. So it's good, we can take the selfies also. So far phone seems to be miraculously survives on the water, because we have seen the same happen with the Honor 9N also. There was no problem with that. So this is the final test, the drop test. We have done the scratch test, bend test, and the waterproof test, and Honor Play survives perfectly, still working. And you guys remember the Honor 9N? So this has a metal, back on it, and this one has a glass on it. So definitely this seems to be more solid, but it adds extra, I guess, 24 grams of weight. No, I can't really say whether this is going to help or not, or anything sort of. So let's drop the phone from the regular height. If you're taking your phone out and you just drop it accidentally, or if you're talking, you drop it from 5 to 6 feet height. So let's start this test and see. Alright guys, so first condition, the waist height. I'm just going to drop the phone facing the bottom side, so just showing you the screen side. So here we go, 3 2 1. So since this is metal phone, so there should not be any problem. It's fine. It just got some few scuffing here, but yeah, it's good to go. So now again, going to drop from the top side. The same thing should happen. Let's see whether we get any cracks or not. So 3 2 1. So it seems to be very heavy. I can't say about this back, but here you got some dent on this particular part. So fine. Now time to check the rear camera, whether if you just drop the phone from the rear side, whether the camera lens survives or not. So here we go, 3 2 1. That was a major one. Yep, camera is good. There is no damage at all. It's fine, and the front side is good. It's perfectly working. Let me just increase the brightness. It's fine. There is no issues at all. It's perfectly good. So scenario 2, I'm just going to draw from the 5 to 6 feet average height. Same test. First from the bottom side. Just showing you with the screen turned on. Here we go. 3 2 1. So screen is good, no damage at all, but you got some scuffing here, it just went inside. So now same test from the top side. Let's drop it. 3 2 1. That was the cutest one. So no problem at all. Screen is still functioning, no sign of scratching at all, but yeah, you can say the display just came out here. So you need to just press it back. I guess this is going to help, because the same thing we saw on the BA2, the screen was coming out. So seems to be, yep, it got slight flexed on the phone. The screen is coming out from everywhere, from this side only, just not going in also. So I can't say like it is going to survive or not. Anyways, just going to draw from the rear side. Let's see about the rear camera. 3 2 1. So camera lens is fine, but the display is just coming out. So this happens because we did the bend test. That is why this is happening. So now this is the final test, the moment of truth, whether the Honor Play is going to survive the drop test or not, because this is mostly the major height you may be dropping. Anyway, so here we go, 3 2 1. So the display is working, but this thing is just coming out because on the bend test, these things happen. So far phone seems to be durable, because if you're not going to do the bend test, so the display should be fine, but display is not yet cracked, it's just working fine. Similarly, like we have seen for the Honor 9N. So this metal seems to be okay, but we are just seeing this screen is just coming out. Maybe you can just pop them back in. So now guys, it's time to see the final condition of the phone. So we have passed the scratch test, bend test, and the water test too, including the drop test. On the bend test, I was a little bit disappointed because just few days back we checked the Mi A2. The screen was coming out, but eventually it is now fine. But here we can say that This is a permanent problem. I can see that screen is now always popped up, so not sure what could be the reason. At least I have to use some kind of case so that in case it just comes up accidentally. Since this is metal phone, so there should not be any problem with those scratches at all. You can easily write your name on it. This is sort of having water resistant, but do not try that on your home. It may or may not survive. There's no guarantee yet. Company is not going to give you any sort of insurance claim or warranty claim in case you have some water damage. So yeah, this phone is finally survived. It's a kind of durable phone. So just stay tuned for the so many videos like the full review, camera comparison with other phones too, and how's the performance of the device, battery life, software features, so many things I'm just going to cover in the future. So guys, this is your Honor Play durability test. So we guys did enjoy this video. This is Saurabh. Talk to you guys in the next video very soon. Till then, have a great day.